Jerry?
I'm ready.
Just want to make sure you're ready, brother. Show me the money.
Oh, you didn't know?
Every day I'm hustling. Every day I'm hustling. Every day I'm hustling.
Put my shoes on, you wouldn't last a mile.
Summertime, wintertime, I'm on the grind. Yeah, I got the ring, I'm the champ, I'm the genie of the lamp.
This is the gift I was given, so I just live by my hustle.
Keep me put in my pocket, it don't make sense, but don't make a profit. So I hustle, ladies and homies. Make money, money, money.
Called out here for a pill. Ready tryna get this money for the real.
I want to find the things in my life, so I hustle.
It ain't over for me, no, it ain't over for me.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money.
Show me the money!
Okay, let's go smoke that joint.
What up? What up? It is Alex, the fantasy football hustler, back at you. And oh, yeah, we got another episode of Elevated Sports Talk. What is up? We got our man David in the house, watching from Cedar Hill, Texas. Let's go. And also waiting for Penn State to play, Colorado to play as well. Yeah. What up, Emil? What's going down, my brother? All right, let me finish sending this message to someone here paying up the squares for yesterday. Someone's getting paid for the squares from last night. They got their Sunday squares locked in now. Let's go. All right. So we know some college football games that David's excited to see. Anyone else care about college football? I'll be checking out Colorado. I mean, they barely squeaked out that dub last time. And Emil said Jordan Love might be out for the season. Well, we don't know, so let's not jump to conclusions yet, but let me tell you exactly what they said. Initial tests indicate that Jordan Love's ACL is intact, but there's a wide range of outcomes based on the additional scans that will occur. So it ain't looking good. All right. What, Chase? MCL tear maybe could be out 4 to 6 weeks. Yeah. One second, guys. All right. Who could actually step up and replace Love? Because Willis ain't it. It'd be them going and getting like Ryan Tannehill or something. Like, who else could it like really be? But I feel like it's the fantasy football community that did it to him. Not gonna lie, man. Not gonna lie, because you put this much expectations over someone who has one good season, that it's like you just put him like through the roof. He didn't really deserve to be there necessarily. And it sucks, dude. Like, this is some bullshit. We don't want quarterbacks going down at all, let alone in the first week, man. This shit sucks. Minnesota Marty in the house. What up, my brother? Let's get it. All right. But yeah, that was the news on Jordan Love. Let me see what other kind of news. Kind of a lot of bullshit to right now. Still early. Hey, Bobby Dunleavy, what up? So good morning, people. NFL's back. Life is good. Yes, sir. Marco from that future. What up? Chase said it just hurts more when it happens at the end of the game. Right? I mean, shit, the last second of the game. Yeah, that made it real shit, man. Real shit. And I'm not even seeing anything right now about anybody of importance. So we're just gonna have to keep monitoring. I mean, all the Monday players, their Friday practice is like today, and so we, CMC. Let's hope he gets a full go, so we don't see the Q next to his name or nothing like that. Marty said, "I thought they were going to be allowed to wear green out there." No. Jay says he's trying to be Rodgers in every way, I guess. Man, I mean, but he's like, I did it better than you, Rodgers. I played the whole game. You couldn't even play one drive. Didn't they post some stuff about Jordan Love on Sleeper? Well, I mean, it's what I read out earlier, that his ACL is intact, but there's a lot more tests to be done, and there's a wide range of outcomes on, what's going to happen to him, because of this injury. So I assume we're not going to hear much unless it's later today or maybe Monday. But yeah, this sucks, dude. Because if Jordan Love doesn't play, kiss Jaden Reed goodbye, kiss Christian Watson goodbye, and yeah, it would suck, dude. Yeah. So his ACL's intact, but that doesn't mean that he's not going to miss time. It doesn't mean that he's not going to miss the entire season. Maybe he only misses a couple weeks, because of this. So yeah, I'm just going to reserve judgment until we hear more tests, but I think his ACL's intact. I mean, that's like one thing, that's out of the way. But yeah, I mean, someone mentioned it earlier, the MCL, it could be different structural damage. So yeah, it's just be ready, guys. Be ready for whatever happens. If you have Jordan Love on your team and you can pick up a quarterback right now, do it. Don't do not Malik Willis or anything like that. Hey, Sean Jones in the house. He said, love the content. Fire smoke. Let's go. Let's smoke it up.
All right. Fire them up. For the fatty, for this pimp daddy.
And you can follow me on Facebook wherever you're at. And I shared this in a bunch of groups. Come to YouTube, though. That's where most people are at right now. I shared to Facebook just, because a bunch of people are over there and because of the groups. But come to YouTube if you can. Just type in Fantasy Football Hustler. And hey, another person from Facebook. What up, Pam? What's going on? We were talking about Jordan Love, about how his ACL is intact, but he might have some other structural issues. And Marty said, no way they roll with Malik Willis. I mean, unless they trade for someone or go pick up Ryan Tannehill, what are the options? Like, Malik Willis is the only other QB they have on their roster. What are they going to do? Go trade for Trey Lance? Where are you Trey Lance truthers at? Like, this is the time you guys should be coming out of the sewer and being like, hey, Trey Lance, he's better than Malik Willis. Marco said if he would have torn an ACL, the most asked question on Google in the Green Bay area would be how to donate an ACL. Hey, Rob said I didn't realize I was on Facebook. And it happens. Don't worry. All these apps are super easy to, click on and stuff. And I'm glad Facebook gave you a notification to even come check out the show, because a lot of times they don't. But I'm getting in the habit now of just sharing it to all the groups. But yeah, if you guys want to get notified, you want to follow my my personal page on Facebook, or the FF Hustler 420 page. One of the two. Hey, Jersey boy, what up, bro? What's going down? Jay said he already received that question this morning about Lance. I'm telling you, man, these Lance truthers are still out. Lance is a bum. He always has been.
He's a bum. He was a bum then, and he's a bum now.
Just because he played at the same shitty school as Carson Wentz. We got to remember, Carson Wentz wasn't even a starting quarterback coming into a second contract in the NFL. So yeah, just scrubs all around. And Marty said Jimmy G or Jameis Winston. I'm eating them W's, man. We're eating them W's with Jameis Winston. Let's go. Jimmy G fucking sucks, dude.
He's a bum. He was a bum then, and he's a bum now.
This is even going back, to after that first year after that first half a season in San Francisco. You could just tell. Come on, man. I don't care if Jameis Winston steals crab legs. He got that LASIK surgery now. He can do whatever he wants. He can see out there. Jimmy G can't see nothing past the punani. Oh, man. And, yeah, what a game. What a game. Let me pull up some stats here. Let's pull up some stats right here. Let's go see what the stats were on last night's game. And actually, you know what? We're going to do this. Hold on. Let's get it pulled up on the big screen here. All right, let's see. Saquon, Robert said Saquon looked good though. Rough start for my Eagles though. No center. Yeah, well, not no center, but no Jason Kelsey, like stuff like that. But I've been a real big advocate of Saquon this whole offseason because he's actually running behind a beastly line now. And Robert on Facebook, what up? He said Saquon will have a monster season behind that O-line. If he stays healthy, he'll finish as a top 5. Yeah, he should. Being drafted as a top 5, so that'd suck if he didn't finish top 5. All right. Stupid Yahoo. Got the video and shit like popping up here and just trying to get down. What up, Tim? Tim in the house. Jay said Jacob's not bad either. What up, Chase? What's going down, bro? All right. Now let's see. What happens if I zoom in? It makes it perfect. That's what happened. Maybe it doesn't, but all right, let's go backwards one. Okay, here we go. Well, first off, we got a 29-34 Philadelphia win. And look, nothing really scored in the fourth quarter, just the field goals. But the Eagles, they pretty much dominated the second and the third quarters. Jordan Love. Man, I really hope this is not his season stat line because it is not that great. 17 for 34, 260, had the 2 touchdowns, had the INT. Even Jalen had 2 INTs out there. I know McKinney snatched up one of them. Russell said Derrick Henry over Saquon was a great choice. I'm lucky that there was a lot of leagues that people chose Derrick Henry before me, and I was able to swoop on Saquon because I always had that as Saquon right in the top 5, and most people didn't have Saquon in the top 5 at all. So I will say that I was there. Most people had Saquon later than that because of Gibbs, because of JT, people like that. And Chase said, hate to say it, but Love was throwing off his back foot way too much. Yeah, man. He was getting hands in it. We already know that the Eagles defense has a really nasty front. So, they came to play. They came to play. Let's check out the rushing. So Saquon, he was the man of the hour, right? He had Near 4 touchdowns. Near 4 touchdowns. He had 3 though. But look at that. 24 rushes, 109 yards, 2 TDs. And then he had the 2 catches, 23 yards. One of them was that 18-yard touchdown. Josh Jacobs, 16 for 84. I mean, I get what sucks is like, man, he mixes in a touchdown. That's like a pretty decent day, but like with no touchdown, I mean, it's legit just 8 points. I don't think he had any catches, did he? Oh no, he had 2 catches for 20 yards. So 12 points for Josh Jacobs. Emmanuel Wilson. Man, I hope Jordan Love's not out because it might make it worse, and you might need more rushing to go around. Jaden Reed, he was the star of the game. Rushing touchdown, receiving touchdown, 4 receptions for 138 yards. One of those was 70 yards, so I mean that was like a big chunk like of it right there. But I mean, shit, almost. Dang, 168 yards. Come on, gain a pound so we could get 69.
69, dudes.
But yeah, Jaden Reed killing it. If Jordan Love's not there, though, like, fuck, watch out. And Romeo Dubs, 4 for 50. I mean, really, it was the Jaden Reed show. Like, that was pretty much all they were throwing it to. But I will tell you one thing. I told you guys Luke Musgrave fucking sucks. And the Packers have finally figured it out. That's why Tucker Kraft was pretty much playing the entire game. He only got 2 for 37, but Luke Musgrave was barely playing, and he didn't even get a target out there. So I've been trying to tell you guys. I know that some there's some people in the chat who might not be around anymore who are like all over these tight ends, like Luke Musgrave, how he's going to be so big this year, but we don't fall for that. We don't fall for that around here. And let's see. Let me see. We got some questions here. Robert said, just made a trade last week in one of your leagues, got Saquon and Wilson for Bijan and Pickens. Feeling good about it. I would too, because Pickens fucking sucks. And is Bijan the best player in this trade? Like, yeah, I'd say so. Highest value. But if you're talking about Garrett Wilson and Saquon, I mean, that's 2 third-rounders, right there. Said, not sure if you saw, but they believe. Well, yeah, bro, I've been live for a little bit. That was literally the first thing that we talked about, is that Love's ACL is intact, but they also said wide range of outcomes. So a wide range of outcome could be missing a couple weeks, could be missing a week, could be missing the entire season. So we'll still wait to see. Tim said, if Keenan's out, would you go with Addison or Schultz? I mean, probably Addison, just because, I mean, there's way more mouths to feed in Houston than there is in Minnesota. Marco said, I'm waiting for these experts to talk about how much the Packers need Colin Kaepernick. Yeah, and like, huge advocate for Colin Kaepernick being in the NFL. I mean, but it's way too long now. Like, what? He's going to, after not being in NFL action for 5 or 6 years, he's just going to randomly just come and just like be a fucking savior? No, that ain't happening. That ain't happening. And let me see. What did Henry say? Start one out of Swift, Javonte, Gus Edwards. Probably Swift. I mean, Javonte is probably going to be the volume play. But it's a pretty whack matchup for them. And Jersey Boy said, I got Barkley at pick 10 in my league. Let's go. Let's go. I know a lot of people that I was helping with their draft snatched up Barkley as well in the 2nd round. And did you see slow-mo? His knee there is definitely a pop. I mean, when you get high load like that, I mean, come on, man. Like, shit's going in fucking 2 different directions at once. It sucks, man. Yeah, and I heard them talking about that, Marty, how Jacobs is 3 catches away from having the most receptions without a receiving TD. Most receptions without a receiving TD. That's insane. Why would the Eagles trade for Dotson and not use them? Because they didn't trade anything, and they just got more depth to their wide receiver core. Yeah, you got 1 target. Like, I mean, we said it from the beginning. It was going to be worse for him. Since shit, I forgot to put him in my lineup at my home league. Oh, man. Yeah, Addison all day over Schultz. What up, Stu? He said, should I cancel my boatload of super flex waiver wire claims for Malik Willis? I mean, I wouldn't put an insane amount of money on him. Like, he's going to suck. Like, I mean, I don't know if you guys have ever seen this guy play in the NFL, but he fucking sucks. Okay? Like, he is not an NFL quarterback. Like, he's really not. He won't even be a journeyman backup. Like, he's a backup right now on his rookie contract, and that's it. Like, that's the only value that he has, is that he's on his rookie contract right now. Marco said last game, I think he had January 2017. Fuck yeah. I mean, that's so long ago. 7 years ago. 7 years ago. Robert said, who do you like in your flex week 1? Brock Bowers or Pollard? I'll just lean on Pollard. I'll lean on Pollard here. I mean, it's Brock's first game. You got Devontae Adams over there. You got Michael Mayer. And even though he sucks, he's still a tight end. So I think I'm just going to lean on Pollard for more of the volume play and just hope that Pollard gets into the end zone. I mean, it's week 1. So, I mean, I'm not saying I would not start any rookies week 1, because there were leagues that I started like Worthy in, but it just like depends on like who you have on your team as the options. And I think I would take Pollard here because, I mean, you're flexing him. So that means you got a better tight end than Brock anyways. So I would just let him marinate on the bench for week 1. And I would just run Pollard out there. Jacob said, need to start 16-teamer, Chuba, Eckler, or Gus Edwards. I think Chuba is a little bit more like for sure in the kind of work that he's going to get over Eckler and Gus Edwards, which is going to be up a little bit up in the air, because I've heard rumors that J.K. Dobbins is the guy like over there, that he's going to be the 1A. And then Eckler, like we already know, it's going to be B-Rob the Mob over there.
He caught a bullet in his bubble goose. He caught a bullet in his bubble goose. You can be at the party getting loose, but you can catch a bullet in your goose.
So yeah, I think I'm going Chuba week 1. I mean, a lot of week 1. I mean, every week is just guessing, but a lot of week 1 is just like super guessing, you know? And Javier, Stafford or Purdy? I'll lean on Stafford. Great matchup. Revenge narrative. Jay said Dotson's there for insurance.
Well, obviously.
Of course he is. Flash said Willis won't start over Clifford. Oh, so they do have a third. So Willis is the third. Because Willis sucks. He's like the Trey Lance that was like drafted in the 3rd round. I mean, I'm looking on their depth chart right now, and I only see Malik Willis on their depth chart. So I don't know. Clifford was better than, I mean, who's not better than Malik Willis? Like regular folk, that's about it. And Packers screwed up really bad with the backup QB situation. Gave all that money to Love. They threw all the money in them. They forgot when they had Aaron Rodgers, they had Jordan Love. You know, like Robert on Facebook said, so I waited in my Superflex league for a QB, so the position's very weak, but picked 2 out of these 4: Aaron Rodgers, Deshaun Watson, Baker Mayfield, Kirk Cousins. I mean, the worst matchups on paper are going to be Aaron Rodgers and Kirk Cousins. I think I would go Baker and Aaron Rodgers, though. Jay said, get Willis only if you have Superflex and don't have a QB for the position, right? Honestly, Clifford was a 4-year, not great, but serviceable. But, I mean, is Clifford on their practice squad or something? He's not even on their depth chart anymore. So that's what I'm saying. Like, where the hell is this Clifford motherfucker at? And Robert said, Cuckoo, I have Pollard in there for now. But for the same reasons you said, I mean, you know, it's the smart thing to do week 1. You know, there's no reason to get like super cute, you know, week 1. Till we know what Bowers is going to be. We got to see how they scheme him and everything. And the real Tommy V said, I know his preseason Pollard looking good, was cutting great. Yeah, I mean, wasn't looking like trash out there for sure. Rush Lord, I'm in 3 leagues, 1 QB. In each league, all love. Whew, that's rough. That's rough. Hopefully there's people on the waiver wire because there usually always is. Marco said that's so long ago. Brady had only won 4 Super Bowls then. Oh man, he probably won 5 at that point though. Because what did he won 2 after that, right? I don't think they won 2 years back to back. They lost one and then won one. Well, this is QB2 for the backers. Clifford was cut. Yeah, exactly. But they might have to bring him back. I mean, shit, I don't think anybody picked him up, right? Well, why would you cut Clifford and keep Malik Willis though? So what Clifford gets elevated as soon as Love's injury is known. Okay, so he is on their practice squad because he's not on their depth chart. Jersey Boy said thoughts on Neighbors. Great talent, shitty situation, shitty quarterback. Fucking sucks, man. I have so much Neighbors in Dynasty, and it's like, man, can they just get a new fucking quarterback? Okay, Marty said, yeah, he is practice squad. Okay. Yeah. Willis was the one who went in last night. Yeah, they didn't have anybody else. They only had 2. Hey, what up, Ron? What up, bro? Hold up.
You got perfect timing. About to start a little puff giving this motherfucker.
Marty said they could have claimed Mike White. Well, man, you guys forget that, like, practice squad in the NFL, it can be poached by the other teams. Your practice squad players are not safe. They're just not good enough to be on the 53-man roster. Stu said I'm running a bunch of 3 tight end flexes in your league too much. No, because it's tight end premium. And so, I mean, there's leagues that I run 3 tight ends as well. So, I mean, it's just, you know, what are you going to run sometimes if you, I mean, I don't, it's still early. So you probably don't have like injuries or anything, you know, I mean, not, you know, a big number of them anyways, but it's just like, you get so much for the tight end premium that, like, what would I rather start? A mid-level tight end or like a wide receiver 4? You know, and like I feel like a lot of times I just lean on that tight end because you get a couple catches, you know, a little bit of yards, and it's like you're at 10 points, you know, pretty easily. Ronald Mike said, do you have Saquon in that IDP league? I mean, I have Saquon in so many leagues. But let me go see, because I think you're talking about the WW IDP league, right? And no, I don't. But I mean, I have him in. Or wait, was the Debo snatch a chain? No. Clifford be sent up to the regular season roster. Yeah, probably on Monday. I said they could have claimed Jaron Hawley's better than Malik Willis. I mean, so many are. They might hit the practice squad scene. Rush Lords, I accepted a trade. Getting Richardson for Kamara. What do you think? Man, I'm not a fan of Richardson. I'm really not. So I might not be the guy to ask, because if you're wanting like validation around your pick. I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of Kamara either. Maybe Taysom Hill for Green Bay. Fuck no. He can't be an actual quarterback. Like, why do people think that he's an actual quarterback? Or trade for Russ. Yeah. Stu said love's all you need. Let's see. Got that trade for Stephon Diggs done. Nice. What were the terms? And let's jump over. So we didn't talk about Eagles receiving and AJ Brown, baby. Like, no matter what, AJ Brown is so fucking consistent. And it's crazy. What if AJ Brown and Saquon Barkley end up being the like these 2 amazing picks in the second round that just like never quit? I mean, it could be that way. You know who I'll tell you is trash though? Kenny Gainwell. Remember that, guys. You might as well just get rid of him. I'm already like leaning on cutting him in some of the dynasties where I have him. And Kasan Nixon, only 1 return for 24 yards. So the return yards, it's not going to be like we all assumed. Teams are just going to give it to him on the 30. I mean, they were getting a lot of practice in the preseason and shit, but you see it out there. Teams just kicking it into the end zone. Give it to him at the 30. We don't want to run back. And Pam said Daniel Jones, Minshew, Brissett, Taysom to replace Love. Who's best? I would go Minshew. I would get Minshew out of those 4 options. And fingers crossed that Love isn't out for the season. And Ron said Devonta Smith looked incredible. Bro, I'm telling you, man, people have been hating on Devonta Smith, and I have no idea why. Like, look at that. I mean, 7 for 84. He led the team in receptions. Like yesterday, like, did he get into the end zone? No. Was he getting like the super deep shots like AJ Brown? No, but he was like super consistent in the mid-range game, and he's going to be super consistent. Is AJ Brown and Saquon going to have more touchdowns than him? Probably. But Devonta Smith, like, for as late as we all got him, like, I just feel like, again, steal of a deal. It's like, for some reason, because he keeps doing good, but his value keeps dropping every year. I mean, his value dropped when they brought over AJ, for sure. His value drops again because they bring over Barkley, and like, he's good, man. He's good. Yeah. Eagles are going to be fun again for sure. Perhaps they have game will look worse than Miles Sanders. Let Shipley do some work. I mean, they for whatever reason, they love Kenny Gainwell. For whatever reason, I have no idea what that reason is, but they love Kenny Gainwell. He's never going to be the guy unless like everybody gets hurt in front of him. Need like 4 injuries for him to be the guy. But for whatever fucking reason, man, like they really, really love him. And that new Eagles O-line coach sure does call the right plays. I mean, it was money. It was money. And the Packers do not have that good of a D-line. Like, that's like another thing as well. They were just like exploiting the hell out of them. Nice. 3 weeks I'll be at the Tampa Eagles game. Sweet. And Marty said the rookie DB for the Pack looked good. Bullard. Oh, yeah. I haven't got to the defense yet. Did you see that hit that he put on A.J. Brown? So I don't know exactly what happened before that. And I couldn't find like a clip of it. I saw it during the game, though. If you guys saw when A.J. Brown left for a play, it's because Bullard came up and just blasted the fuck out of him. And like A.J. Brown, like it's like, he hit him from the side. It wasn't like a straight up hit where they were going heads up, but it was like he was running and he got him at this angle to where he like hit him like on the side, kind of right here, or like something like that, but like knocked the wind out of him for sure. Cause it was a hard hit. It was clean. And, but yeah, AJ had to go on the side for one play after that. I think he got the wind knocked out of him, but yeah, that was a hard hit. Bullard's the truth, man. Bullard's the truth. And he was one. I mean, it was him and Newbin. Like those were the 2 guys who I was like, man, if there's any guys that you go after, with any kind of high picks and confidence, it's those guys because of like they're going to be starters. And like that makes all the difference with these IDP rookies, man, because like if you're not a starter year 1, like you could have some draft capital and they might be playing behind like an older player, but anything, the waters could get muddy, And Russ, we're going to talk about Zach Bond right now because he's completely out of nowhere, more than an RKO. No idea who the hell. Like he hasn't been anything. Zach Bond in his entire career, the most tackles that he's had, I believe, is 18 in the season, and he had 11 yesterday. I went as soon as I saw, I was like, what the fuck? Like, I was like, has this guy ever even been anything? Nope. Never. And Rob said Eagles look so different last night with the new OC, so much movement. Yeah. And one of the things that was good was that Jalen Hurts, he didn't need to rush that much. Like in the 4th quarter, he kind of took it upon himself, extend some drives and like things like that. But but it's awesome that his legs are a luxury now because of Barkley. Because for Dynasty, we don't want him to get hurt running the ball and running the ball 20, 30 times a game or whatever. Like, we don't want him to get hurt like doing that. So I think Barkley is like a really good saving grace for him over there. He only had to rush a couple times. Like, look in the 13 times. I mean, that's a lot. in the grand scheme of things. But I swear, like most of that was in the fourth quarter. Like I swear, like half of it or more, 6 or 7 rushes came in the fourth quarter, if not more. And what up, Joe? He said, bro, Reed went off. Fuck, man, you're telling me, bro. And he said, still playing Palmer over Dell. Well, so the thing about Palmer is that he could and should be the number 1 for Herbert. And they have a decent matchup against the Raiders. Dell, like all he needs is one play. Like the thing with Dell is he needs one play and he could be a 40-yard touchdown, 30-yard touchdown. So I'm saying Palmer for the volume. That's why I'm saying Palmer. I'm sticking with him. But yeah, it sucks though. It sucks. Like a lot of situations that we don't really know how they're going to unfold. And I mean, Palmer is the number 1, you know, on their depth chart and everything, but still haven't seen him play. And Rush Sword said Bond was solid at Wisconsin. What year is he in? So I'm pretty sure he's in year 5 or 6. Let me go double check. Let's go double check. Where is he? Nakobe Dean's about to lose his job. Yeah, see, look, 2020, year 5 for him. And look at this. Okay, so I was looking at solo tackles, but look at this. The most solo tackles this fool has ever had in a season is 18. And he had 11 just in this game. 15 total tackles. Look at this. 27 is his career high in total tackles. And he had 15 last night. 2 sacks. Career high in the season. He had it in a game. I think Nakobe Dean's losing his job to Zach Bond as soon as Devin White comes back. And he said, yeah, I was watching in the background, heard Bond's name like 20 times. I mean, fuck, dude. Like, I don't know how many like total plays were run for the Green Bay offense, but 11 of those plays, Bond stopped by himself with no help. I'm sure there was a decent percentage of Green Bay's just total plays in general were stopped by him with those 11 solos. I mean, that it's just insane. And so, yeah, he's going to be the waiver wire flavor of the week for sure. For sure, he's going to be the waiver wire flavor of the week. The thing that sucks is Devin White's still going to be the man, like, over there. So I wouldn't go blow a fab load, you know, on him. Like, don't go blow 50% of your fab load or anything like that. But I really feel like Nakobe Dean's losing his job to Zach Bond now as soon as, what's his name? As soon as Nakobe Dean comes back. And Rush said, wow, dude came out of nowhere. I'm saying, man, like, I know a shitload of players, shitload of defensive players. And, like, I don't remember Zach Bond name, like, really ever coming up. And then to throw down 11 solos and 15 total tackles in replacement for Nakobe Dean, in replacement for Devin White, who kind of last minute ended up missing this game. Whew. I mean, that's insane, man. That's insane. That's over 40 points in our IDP 1, 2, 3 scoring. Over 40 points, I believe. I think it was 42 points. He might be the game high scorer. Let me go check in IDP 1, 2, 3 scoring. Let me go check. Hey, what up, Rob? Hey, what up, Jamie? What's going on, bro? Let's go double check this. But I swear that Bond could have been the game high in fantasy points. Let's go see. Hell yeah. He had 9 more points than Saquon Barkley if you play in like the default, you know, type scoring. He had more points than everybody. He had 9 more points than Jaden Reed. For you guys who just play in default 1-point PPR scoring, Zach Bond right now is the fantasy leader in points if you play in IDP 1, 2, 3. Now, if you play in our style, you know, of leagues, let me go see because the points actually change. You know, let's go check the Hustler formats And I see questions popping in, guys. Give me one quick sec. Let's see. So Isaiah Likely, 47. Lamar Jackson, 46. Saquon Barkley, 46. Jaden Reed, 44. Zach Bond, 42. His points stay the same because it's only our offense that changes. We don't play in the default scoring offenses. So if you play in a regular, just default scoring league with IDP 1, 2, 3, Zach Bond is the top fantasy player as of right now. If you play in the 420 crew and the Hustler Superflex IDP leagues, Zach Bond is the 5th highest scoring player as of right now. Let me answer these questions and we'll get back. Let's see. McKinney has about 120 points in my home league. The app counted 17 INT TDs for him. What? What the fuck? And Margot said start 2 Ayuk, Addison, Dell. I'll leave Addison on the bench for that one. And Margot said Nakobe Dean loses his job. Devin White. I keep mixing up their names. Nakobe Dean, I think, is going to lose his job to Zach Bond when Devin White comes back. Pretty sure. And Joe Booz, would you drop Zeke for a waiver wire like Shakir, Polk, Shaheed instead? I'm weak at the tight end. Would you consider Taysom Hill from the Saints? Damn, I mean, is there nobody else besides Taysom Hill if you're super weak at the tight end? And when you say super weak at the tight end, do you actually have a tight end starter? Or are you like, would you need to pick up Taysom Hill to pick him up and start? Let me know. And Rob said start 2 LBs and IDP. I love it, man. I love it. And he said, Watt. I mean, you're not sitting TJ Watt. I mean, I should be able to play him at the DL, but you're playing TJ Watt. Yvonne Pace, Ernest Jones, Spillane, Devin Lloyd. Man, I swear they said that Devin Lloyd wasn't going to play this week, and then he logged in a full practice on Friday. So it was really weird how Devin Lloyd, panned out. I'm not going to play him, but he's still decent, though. I'm going to play Spillane here. I want to see how Ernest Jones gets deployed in Tennessee. I mean, he could be. He's a beast. But him and Spillane, I have pretty evenly valued. And if Jim Harbaugh, if he runs the ball, like crazy over there, I think Spillane could be in a little bit for a better day than Ernest Jones. So I'm going to say TJ Watt. You're starting TJ Watt every week. Like, it just, no matter what, you don't even have to ask me about him. He's one of the best IDP players in the league. So you drafted him high and he gets a lot of sacks, and you can, you can never put him on the bench because any game he could go for 4 sacks. So you're never ask me about TJ Watt. He's an auto start for you every single week that you're playing. The other guys, though, things may change based on matchups. Because Spillane, he's the guy for me. Oh man, he said I started Dean last night, broke my heart when he dropped that pick 6. Man, bro, you should have asked me if you should have started him, because I would have said no to him, even though that Devin White wasn't playing. I didn't know that Bond was going to come in and fucking, be a savage, with those 11 solos or whatever. But I would have said, if you're playing 3, I would be playing Watt, Ernest Jones, and Spillane. That's what I would have said had you asked. But Nakobe Dean, he's a bench player. He's a bench player for us. What up, stranger? Shout out to the Houday Nation. Give us news on Jamar Chase. And Marco said Addison or Gus Bus my flex. I mean, this is real shitty. Like, it's just like, no matter what, like, it sucks, like, having to make choices like this on like week 1, because we all think that Gus Bus is supposed to be the guy. But like, I will tell you though, now that the Raiders got Christian Wilkins, way different story on their run D. Like, we're talking about now they have one of the better interior defensive linemen in the entire league. So maybe just for that reason, I'm going to go Addison for week 1. And because of I've been hearing the rumors that J.K. Dobbins might be the 1A. So I'm just going to go Addison and hope that Sam Darnold's going to be slinging that thing. Really just throwing it a shitload because Aaron Jones isn't going to be the best. And Stu said Keon for a 2025 first, fair, too early. Also, I'm playing this guy this week. Feel weird about trading someone who might beat me. The reason why I'd say no, I feel like it's too early right now, because what if Keon Coleman does end up being the main guy for Buffalo? I don't think that it's going to happen anymore now because of the way that he looked in preseason, but I'm just saying, what if he does? I mean, there's a wide range of outcomes. Like they're on, if he just starts on any kind of a pace where he's getting a decent amount of targets, his value's rising. I feel like just right now, you getting, a 2025 first shows his value, and his value, I'm not saying it can't go down, but I think it's highly unlikely that it goes down. I think it's more likely to go up or stay the same. And either way, it's like keeping him on your team, unless he gets hurt, knock on wood, unless he gets hurt, I don't see his value dropping, not for dynasty anyways. Redraft's a different story. Rob said, what do you think about Pay from Indiana? Man, I'll tell you what I think about him.
He's a bum. He was a bum then, and he's a bum now.
And he's not really a bum, but he's just not that good for fantasy. I mean, he's so sporadic. Would you trade away Monty or Flowers to get Burrow? Who's your QB now? Did you have Love? I feel like, we haven't seen Monty play. But the one thing that I saw about Flowers is they're going to feed this motherfucker. Like, they're going to feed him. Okay, yeah, you did have Love. That kind of sucks. What position are you weaker at? You weaker at running back? You weaker at wide receiver? Because that would kind of, determine, like, who has less value to your team by that. Next week, I have a better player on the roster, but the Diggs trade is still on trade reject time. Oh, shit. So I know Vito suck ass, especially when the reject time is 2 days, but it lasts 4. How's it last 4 days? It should last 3, because that very first day doesn't count. I like pushing those trades through, like, right, as close to like midnight as you can, because it still counts. No matter what, whenever you push it through, that day doesn't count. Okay, he said those are bench players, so I'm solid with my starters. Yeah. My question's still the same. Which position are you? Let me flip it. Not which position are you weaker at. Which position do you feel is more stacked out of what you have right now, out of the running backs and wide receivers? Answer that question. Okay, I flipped it on you. Let's see now. What position out of running backs and wide receivers do you think is more stacked on your team? All right. And so let's get into, since we already started talking about the Eagles, let's talk about him. Reed Blankenship, he killed it, dude. He killed it. He had the INT, so it ends up being a pass defended, 4 solos, 4 assisted, 8 total tackles. It's freaking awesome. Quinyon Mitchell. So the Eagles, they have such a good run D that I would just expect Quinyon Mitchell to be getting a lot of balls thrown his way. And we saw what he did yesterday. 5 total tackles, 4 solos, and he had 2 passes defended. And if in IDP 1, 2, 3, a pass defended is 3 points. 3 points. So very nice. Very nice. Even better than the solo tackle. Nakobe Dean, he did have 1 pass defended, 3 solos, 1 assisted. Jalen Carter, man, he's like going to be so good for the NFL, but so blah for fantasy. Josh Sweat, he's droppable even in Dynasty. There's so many pieces over there. I got to see the snap percentage of what he ran. Nobody has like snap percentages up anywhere. I'm sure maybe in a couple days they should, maybe Monday. Maybe Monday or Tuesday, but that'll be something this year that I'm really covering a lot more, is the snap percentages of people. Trying to get them listed, as much as I can, of like IDP guys, maybe wide receivers or running backs, that we're tracking, things like that. And Rob said Mitchell looked pretty good last night. Yeah, I know he did have one play where he kind of like, where he got toasted, like on the play, because I mean, I don't know if he was a man or if it was cover or what it was, but the announcers were kind of talking shit about him. They were like, this is the only play that he actually looked like a rookie. And let's see, starting DBs are Holland, Witherspoon. That's solid. Blackman on the bench. Ward, Surtain should be making a move. Yeah, get rid of Surtain. You need a better DB than him. In the NFL, he's like a chef's kiss of like a cornerback, but because he's like such a good shutdown corner, like he's not going to be a really good fantasy piece. So yeah, make a move. Give me, I don't know, tell me the top DBs or LBs or whatever, you know, we'll see who's out there. And but yeah, make a move now because I'm sure people are still free agents right now. You know, besides the 4 teams that have already played. But you know, then you can get a player now versus waiting to like try to get them on waivers like next Wednesday. So yeah, give me a little list. And rest of that, Pittman, Olave, Evans, and Reed. I mean, Reed, if Jordan Love's not there, Reed's not going to be as good as like you think of him like right now. So that's just another thing to like think of. But that's solid though. That's solid. Marco said, I got no clue why it takes so long. The other guy accepted the trade yesterday morning before 12. So at 3 a.m. on Friday for you guys. So 3 a.m. on Friday, that means that Friday doesn't count, okay, as like one of the 2 days. So it would be Saturday and Sunday. So the trade wouldn't get processed until Monday then, right? Is that what it says, or does it say Tuesday? You're only 9 hours ahead of us, and things should process at midnight. So that still should be the morning for you. And Stu said, Jermaine Burton, decent desperation flex this week. I have Chase, so... Oh, man, I don't know. It's like, who else do you have? Like, I know you have Chase, so you're looking for a Chase replacement. I don't think Burton is going to be the smartest replacement for fantasy football unless it's like a deep dynasty. Are you talking dynasty, like right there, or are you talking redraft? But let me know. Robert said Burton's going to be a bum.
He's a bum. He was a bum then, and he's a bum now.
Man, stranger, where are you at, bro? What can we expect from this game? Like, let's say that Chase doesn't play. We already know that Higgins. I mean, see, this is why I don't believe this is why I don't believe like the players, because just because he didn't practice on Friday doesn't mean that he's doubtful. The team put the doubtful tag on him. They could have put questionable. They put doubtful. And the only time I've seen someone be doubtful since they got rid of probable, it's been a few years since they got rid of the probable tag. I swear that I have only seen, like, out of notable players being doubtful, I only saw Max Crosby be doubtful and then play. Every other time I've seen a player doubtful, any player of note, they didn't play. They didn't play. Marco said, yeah, it says it's going to be processed Monday. Well, no, so that's the same. So it seems, I don't know. It seems like a long time because it happened at 3 a.m. in the morning. That's what sucked. Had he would have, like, let's say he would have accepted it 3 hours and 20 minutes before that, it would have been processed Sunday. That's the difference. That's the difference. So literally it seems forever because it happened in the very, very wee hours of Friday. And that day doesn't count. That's the thing. It does not count. Deep Dynasty. I mean, who are your other options? But yeah, if you ain't, I mean, Deep Dynasty, fuck it, man. Like if it's Burton versus a bunch of fucking Joe Schmoes anyways, fuck it, man. Because at least we assume he's going to be the number 2, right? Like, this is assuming Chase doesn't play, right? That's the world that we're living in right now with literally everything I'm saying. Because that's what we're preparing for. If Chase plays, you're probably just playing him anyways. But, yeah, as of right now, it'd be that Andre, I don't even know how to pronounce his last name. Iosivas. And Irwin, yeah, that's who, yeah. You're right. Because I see Burton on top of the depth chart. I see Burton higher than Irwin, But yeah, man, I mean, Irwin knows his offense a lot better. But yeah, thanks for reminding us about him. So everybody, if you're in a redraft league or whatever, like make sure I mean, shit, Burton's available in some of these dynasties. Yeah, don't tell nobody. But yeah, Irwin in the dynasties or in redraft. But yeah, and Yoshi, I gotta remember. So Yoshi is Andre. Is it Yoshivas? Is that what it is? Iosivas, but like Yoshi now. So yeah, and I don't know, man. Is what's his name? Is he gonna play? Is Chase gonna play? Hey, what? It's Jamie's birthday. Yeah, what's up, bro? What's up, Jamie? This bowl's for you, bro. This bowl's for you. Hold on, where is it? Let's see. Do you have a cool song that we can play for him? Let's see. Why not? Jamie's hustling every day. So how about that? Woo. Emil said Chase will play. Does he have 2 years on his contract left? Well, technically, yeah, because this is his fourth year, right? And he'd be the type of guy who's getting signed for that 5th year, you know. Top LBs are Phillips and Brooks in Miami. Oh, man, get to Mario Davis from New Orleans. Do it right now. Do it right now. Or Rashawn Jenkins. Or, man. Or Rashawn Jenkins. I like Jenkins. I like Curl, too. But you know what? Get to Mario Davis. Get to Mario Davis. Like, man, that guy, he's a tackling machine, man. He is a tackling machine.
Tackling fuel.
He's got that tackling fuel. And just want to throw it out there. TD pass to Reed was called back. Yeah, because the 12th man ran off the field, right? Right? Man, Reed. So good. Man, it's going to fucking suck, dude, if Jordan Love isn't there. It's going to fucking suck, dude. And Stu said, oh, he got you a bowl. Hey, Swole Tide, what up, what up? Yes, do that. Drop pay for Davis, and then drop, who else did we say? Who else did I say? Surtain for Rashawn Jenkins. Boom, 2 money picks right now. Money picks. And Swole Tide said, if Chase is out tomorrow, who should I replace him with? My options are Shakir or Yoshi. That's what they said they call him over there. And go Yoshi, man, because there's gonna be like nobody over there. Like he would be like, he's gonna be one of the main guys. So I would say Yoshi. Yeah, Rob. So can you imagine how many Packers fans laugh when Rodgers got hurt this year? Man, karma is a bitch. Karma is a bitch. And Rob said, happy birthday, man. Must be old as shit if you forgot. Maybe he just forgot to tell us. Who knows? Jamie, did you actually forget that it was your birthday until you said that? That is fucking hilarious. All right. And so that, I mean, that's pretty much everybody on the Eagles D, but let's jump over to the Packers D, and especially if what's his name, if Love is out, I mean, it's just going to mean that the defense is going to be on the field even more. And the stars that I got to highlight, because there was a lot of stars on the Packers D, more than just, you know, Zach Bond on what's it called, and Reed Blankenship on the Eagles, because I mean, I'll just bring out the rookie first. Javon Bullard, 11 total tackles, 7 solos in his debut. I have him in so many taxi squads right now, and I'm getting ready. We'll give him one more week and make sure that this wasn't a flash in the pan before I pull him out of the taxi squad. But he's about to be a regular, you know, in the rotation of my DBs and IDP flexes, especially when the when the bye weeks start to kick in. He looked good And I don't know if you guys saw that play. We talked about it a little bit earlier where he smacked AJ Brown. It was a clean hit. Got him like, I mean, it was good timing. Kind of got him like on the side and like looked like he just knocked the wind out of him. I mean, he knocked him down. Like he completely went down. And yeah, this kid, not only can he hit hard, he is very, very fast. And he was making hella tackles like out there. 7 solos and 4 assisted in the debut. I mean, that's pretty dope. That's pretty dope. And Derek said, "What you talking about? What you talking about, Willis?
What are you talking about, Willis?
He sucks, man. He sucks." Jamie said, "I didn't even realize until I saw it on Facebook. Man, Jamie's old. Jamie's old, huh?" And salute Derek. You the man. You the man. And Jamie said, "I think I drafted tons of DeMario Davis in the tournament, or at least I tried to target him every draft I remember." Yeah, he's the man. He's the man. And but yeah, that's funny.
What are you talking about, Willis?
What you talking about, Willis? And I believe the current order for the Bengals receivers is Chase, Higgins, Irwin, and Yoshi. Okay. So Irwin would be the top guy if both miss. And Rob, bro, what do you think about Hines Allen this year? Bro, he's available to pick up in your league. Bro, he's in my top 25 IDP. Like overall top 25 IDP. That's how high I am on him. So we got to figure out who else you could drop to go pick him up. Man, you're about to just start swooping on all these motherfuckers. Oh, but wait. Can you only play him as a linebacker, or is he actually, or can you play him as a DL? That's the difference. I totally forgot about that. Astros on top said, so what's the deal with CeeDee Lamb? Is he playing tomorrow? He should be. I don't know why he still has this NA like on his name in Sleeper. It's really starting to piss me off. I'm sure it's starting to piss everybody else off as well. And Derek said Lamb probably playing. I mean, that's bullshit, man. Like, why is it fucking probably? Why is it probably? And Burton has had playbook issues, wrong routes and such. Thanks for that, stranger. So if you got Burton in a dynasty, just keep him tucked in your taxi. You hearing this, Stu? Who is this who asked me about Burton? Get someone else. Go look for Irwin. I can play him as LB or DP. Yeah, see. Oh, man. You play on Sleeper. I mean, on ESPN. Ah, man, because ESPN is the only one that uses DP for defensive player. Okay, yeah, it was. Okay, so we don't want to use Burton. We don't want to use them. Our boots on the ground stranger saying he's having playbook issues, and he would be number 3 at best, like over there because of Irwin. I totally forgot about Irwin over there, and they may get the tight end in play, you know? So, yeah, no Burton tomorrow. Doesn't matter how deep of a dynasty. No Burton. No Burton. Stu said Josh Hines Allen isn't the only thing you're high on.
Well, obviously.
Derek's like the Packers fans like, oh, we suck again. I need to get that drop.
You can do it.
Because that's the only one I have right now. Let me mark that down. One of these days, look at all these like notes of like sound drops that I got. I got like multiple dozens here. And you know what? I might as well get it. Wake her ass up. Wake her ass up. We got to win tomorrow. Justin, what up, bro? He said Saquon, baby. Yeah. What's going on, homie? What up, my brother? What's going on? And I'm using the NFL app on this one. We're using DL, LB, DB, and 1 defensive player. So how many? And you start 2, 2, 2, and 1? That's why I said he's a bum.
He's a bum. He was a bum then, and he's a bum now.
He said didn't hit it off with the QB. Sleeping through meetings seems like a major issue. Damn. Derek, so that's my favorite line in the movie. Wake her ass up. We got to win tomorrow. Astros on top. Barkley went off from yesterday. Dude, fuck yeah, man. Barkley went off. And I'm glad I've got him in multiple of these best ball, handful. Got him in a bunch of my dynasties. Got him in a couple redrafts. Like feeling good about it. Barkley's on pace for 50 TDs. I mean, man, killing it, bro. Killing it. Yep, 2-2-2-1. That's good. So seven guys. That's solid. I expect more from the Bengals tight end in the upcoming years. Gesicki will get a lot of snaps, and Eric looks like he'll be our do-it-all tight end for years to come. So what do you think, Stranger? We getting Gesicki with it this week? There's going to be a lot of people who are going to be asking about Gesicki. And I know the Patriots, they do defend the tight end like very, very well. Just, just like in general, like they have for like a lot of years. But what do you think? What do you think? Give me your guess on like how many targets you think a Gesicki would get tomorrow, tomorrow if there's no Chase. Let's just assume Chase is out. Okay, at this point, let's just assume Chase is out. And Pam said, I like Gesicki too. I mean, the reason why a lot of the Bengals tight ends were getting involved in the past is when they had a bunch of injuries. And it was like, yeah, 2 of the wide receivers are out. And then you got 1 of the 3. And it's like, boom, like they just get more, they just get more love, more targets. Hey, our man Da Vinci Devin. What up, bro? What up, homie? Rob said, my QBs are Murray, Caleb, and I just picked up Fields as trade bait. Would you drop Fields for Hines Allen? I want to wait until this week to see if Fields plays, because if he plays, he's going to have more value. But is it just, if it's a single QB league, I mean, the bottom of the barrel starting QBs don't have that much value. But if it is a 4-point passing touchdown league, guys like Fields do get a little bit more value just because of that. And nice. Yeah, Derek, I know you did. You took Gesicki like super late in a lot of those best ball tournaments. Someone's trying to trade me to get Henry. He's getting Jared Goff, but I already got Pacheco and Breece Hall. So is it a single QB league? Because I feel like Henry's a good buy low candidate. They're not going to be going up against the back-to-back Super Bowl champions every single week, So I think Derrick Henry is a really good buy low candidate. Pats have some understanding of the tight end position for sure. Like that's like, all right, Derek's almost home. Let's go. And Derek, when are you smoking again, bro? When are you smoking again? I want to make sure. Is it going to be on the stream on a Sunday? You going to start coming on, Derek, on the Sunday streams with me, smoking it up? I want to hear it, bro. We got to keep it rolling like last year, man. And Carl said I got Eckler, B-Rob, Breece Hall, and Jacobs, Worthy, Rasheed, Cup. Who do you foresee being the long-term flex? So you're assuming, Breece and Jacobs, just assuming those are like your top 2, right? And then Rasheed and Cup, assuming those would be like, oh, is it out of all of these? Because now that no, I can't be. Breece Hall is like number 1. So there's no way that you're putting him on here and there's like better players than Breece Hall that you have at running back. So Breece and Jacobs would be your RBs, and then Cup and Rasheed, those would be your wide receivers. So it'd be Eckler, B-Rob, and Worthy. Should be probably a lot of B-Rob and a lot of Worthy. And it's probably going to be Worthy. He seems very flex worthy right now, for sure. For sure. And Pam said 4 for 48 and the TD said that would be sweet. That'd be sweet. Yeah, it said then he's a waiver claim. For sure. Single QB. I'd do that. Who else do you have at QB? I'm assuming Jared Goff isn't your number 1, because Jared Goff goes hella late in super flex. In single QB leagues. I could use a hit right now. Upcoming drug test though. I'll just wait till after. No reason to mess up a job or mess up some money because of it. And then after you get that job and stuff and you don't have any more drug tests, business as usual. Stranger said, I'm not a matchups guy, so I don't know specifically against various defenses, but I could see Gesicki putting as much as 70% of the slot snaps. I'm expecting at least half of the slot snaps at minimum. Okay. And if he's working in the slot versus the traditional tight end spot, that should lead to more targets for him. Oh shit, Herbert's your starter? Oh man. That's a horse of a different color then. I thought Goff was your backup. Assumed he was. I'd probably still do it though, because it's a single QB league. What kind of QBs? Tell me a couple QBs that are on the waiver wire right now. I know Goff is going to be good. He is for sure. But you can stream QBs in a lot of these single QB leagues. Tell me who's a few guys on the waiver wire. Because I'm okay with you going into week 1 with Herbert. Actually, never mind. You wouldn't. That would be a week 2 trade anyways. Wouldn't even go through in time in most leagues. And then Derrick Henry already played, so said you'll see Gesicki lined up in the slot. More than traditional, but not exclusively. Cool. So that might be, a dynasty dart throw. Gesicki as a play. If you're in redraft, maybe pick him up now, just in case. Irwin, Yoshi, that's Andre. Iosivas, Andre, and but yeah, pick up some of those guys because it's not looking good on Chase playing. That's all I'm saying for week 1. Not looking good on Chase playing. Let's jump back over to the Packers D. So talked about Javon Bullard, the rook over there. What about Quay Walker? Quay Walker's out there handling biz. He's the best linebacker on their team, hands down. I know that there's a bunch of people who thought like the rookie was going to come in and like wreck shop their first round pick, but Quay Walker's that dude. 7 solos, 11 total tackles. Like he's a tackling machine, and he's got that tackling fuel. And if you guys have him, like me, in a lot of these dynasties, because he was one of the guys that I told you to draft as a rookie, unless you're in the league with me, and I probably have him. But he's the guy. He's the guy. Especially if they do lose Jordan Love, like at all, you just have to assume that they're going to be losing more and that teams are going to be running on them late in the game, and it's going to lead to more and more tackles. So Quay Walker, he's the man. He's the man. You know who else is the man? Xavier McKinney, throwing down like 17 points in our IDP 1, 2, 3, and just killing it, man, because he had 3 solos, 4 total. So 3 solos, 1 assisted. He had that big INT and the pass defended, and in addition, the pass defended as well. Whew. He's looking solid over there. We want him to see him get more tackles, but one of the reasons why he wasn't able to get more tackles than what he did was because of Kassan Nixon, their nickelback. Killed it. 6 solos, 7 total tackles, and he had a sack as well and a pass defended. We don't really like drafting a bunch of cornerbacks, like Jair Alexander, perfect example. 4 solos and an INT and 2 passes defended. I mean, that's like a really good game, but he's not going to get an INT every single game. And if he only gets like 4 or 5 solos, in a game, maybe mix in a pass defended or 2. It's kind of a blah game. There's not like that much upside unless he does, 1 or 2 INTs. House is one, but a Kassan Nixon, that's totally different. That's a horse of a different color right there, because he is getting up there in the box as well as covering those slot receivers. So just the opportunity for him to get 10 plus tackles a game is going to be there every single game for him. And if they let him get after the quarterback at all, I mean, I know this one was, it was Hurts, and Hurts was kind of running, and he was just right place at the right time type thing. But if they let him rush the quarterback at all, and he can mix in a sack here and there, I mean, his value is just shooting up. Right, Stranger. 1 year thing for Gesicki, right? Let's see. Geno Baker, Deshaun, Bryce, Kirk Cousins, Daniel Jones, Will Levis. That's so many. Go ahead and trade Jared Goff. There's so many right there that I would do that. There's so many that I would do that because you ain't getting a guy like Derrick Henry off the waiver wire, like at all. And I know he kind of sucked in week 1. Take advantage of someone getting super, super emotional about the Ravens playing one of the most highest up-tempo teams in the league. So they were just like throwing it more, trying to be more high up-tempo. And going up against the back-to-back Super Bowl champs with one of the best D tackles in the league in Chris Jones, So, yeah, I would buy low on him right now and do that. Do that shit. Do it. Reed Blankenship, fire. Just got him in the tournament in a lot of places. And Trenton Simpson, let's go. What up, Crispy? Yeah, Derek made it home. Let's go. That means we got to smoke one for Derek. He made it home. Safe. And I'm going to get off the show here in a few minutes. Noble has football practice today. And what did Vinci say? Deontay Johnson, Chuba, Najee, or Ladd in the flex tomorrow. I'm going to lean Najee. Bode. What up, Bode Knee? He said 12-man, got Stroud, A-Chain, Aaron Jones, Tyreek, Evans, Pitts, Cup. Got a trade offer, Keon Coleman for T. Higgins. Thoughts? He said both would be on the bench. I mean, it sucks now that T. Higgins got hurt. I feel like I would just hold Keon Coleman at this point. And I would wait to see, like, what's wrong. But, yeah. He's going to be rolling through that. Yeah, I mean, that's one thing that does suck, man. Their O-line looked like shit. But unless they get a bunch of injuries, they are going to start gaining some chemistry together. So I doubt that it's going to look that shitty all season, and they're not going to be going up against the back-to-back champs every single game of this season, and definitely not going up against a Chris Jones every single game of this season either. Hey, goes money in the house. Salute. Derek said, you don't want Mr. Glass, trust me. Yeah, and even then, Stranger in fantasy, he gave me like 5 people that I could replace Jared Goff with and get a similar-ish, type of points per game. He ain't getting nobody like Derrick Henry, like just nobody with that top end potential. Stranger said, Phil looked like explosive alignment. I've seen him since the 70s. Oh, man. All right. And shout out the producers of the show. I appreciate you guys. All our 420 crew Patreon members, our ultimate member, our all access members, our elite members, our superstar members, and of course, our 420 ride or die crew members. I appreciate you guys. It's because of you that we're able to do this show every single day, multiple times a day. And Marco said, why don't they use jersey sponsored in the NFL? Would be hilarious. Cowboys would have been like Philadelphia cream cheese as the jersey sponsors. That would be funny. And Jamie said, I made a 13-game parlay with the highest possible alternative total score unders, and he said $20 wins 160. Let's go. All right, guys, I'm gonna get up out of here. We'll be back for the late night Q&A, and it'll be earlier than before. I had to go late night because I had to adapt to I had to go that late night because I had to adapt to someone else's schedule. But since I'm on my own schedule for all these shows, we will be here late night, but it won't be after midnight for you East Coasters. So yeah, let them know, Crispy. Hit that like button, and we'll see you guys a little bit later tonight. And if you aren't on Patreon, go get over there, 420crew.com. 420crew.com. If you are on Patreon, make sure you download the Patreon app. Like, I'm putting all kinds of news and like everything over there as well. So I'm just trying to be, you know, like the one-stop shop for everything that you need for your fantasy football needs, from leagues to squares to information and news and all that kind of stuff, and starts and sits. So get ready. And everyone who's a paid member over there, there's going to be a start sit thread that gets put out like literally as soon as I get off this show. And it's going to be the week 1 start and sit thread. And it's going to be just for the paid members. Get your start and sit questions in there, and I'll answer them there. You can still come back and ask them on YouTube or whatever, but this is going to be a daily thing on Wednesday and Saturday, where I have a start sit thread, a start sit post specifically for paid members and nobody else, so you guys can make sure you get your questions answered, you know, once, twice, maybe a couple times throughout the week. All right, peace out, stranger. Peace out, Jamie. Peace out, Derek. Peace out, Crispy. Peace out, Ghost Monkey, Marco, everybody. If I didn't mention you, I'm sorry, but I appreciate you guys. And let you know, Noble's got another football practice. Got to tough it out. We got to toughen this kid up. And we'll see you a little later for the late night Q&A. All the tips, but just the tip. Just the tip. We'll see you there.
Defense on me.
I don't want them to gain another yard.
You blitz all night. If they cross the line of scrimmage, I'm going to take every last one of you out. You make sure they remember forever the night they played the Titans.
Here comes the